Bitcoin is now squeezed into a congestion zone and it can shoot out from here. Regardless, if you're into Ethereum, Cardano, your favorite coin or Bitcoin itself, you better pay attention here. And I know many of you do pay attention because I received so many panic messages this weekend and frankly, I was feeling the panic myself. Today will be a more serious video. No jokes, because these are serious times. These are the times that can make or break your portfolio for years ahead. The past months have been a very difficult time for most traders, even the most seasoned ones. The markets have played us well. So if you've stayed afloat, well done already. There will be easier stretches in the market for sure. Like we had here from May 2020 to May 2021, where everything was just a straight line up. But now it's not one of those easy days. Now it's difficult. It's just 20 days since things looked pretty great. We were here at $52,000. Trend up, smooth sailing, riding back up towards the all-time high regions. Then came this chilling dump on September 7th. And then it got worse. We completed a head and shoulders pattern by closing below that neckline here on September 20th. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Then we ran straight down to 40k support and pierced through it and closed just on the line. Not happy life. But then the next day on September 21st we get this bullish engulfing candle. Engulfing just means that the next candle closes in the other direction around the previous one, like here. So then we have first a wick down below support which gets immediately reversed here. Then engulfing candle starting right on support. Very bullish. And sure enough, the next day it's up again, heading up above the neckline, the red line here, in direction of the right shoulder. Once again it looked great. Then again we get an engulfing candle. But now a bearish one, closing around this candle here and again down to support. And this time it was very clear what happened. It was the latest China bans Bitcoin. I've laughed about it before, but I was not laughing this time. I believe the China FUD is real this time. I think they will do the same as they did with YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram and so on. Before they didn't have their own alternative, but soon they will have the digital yuan. Then they just let their own coin get monopoly in China by simply outlawing the competition. Ban this America-centric BTC coin. But the timing is interesting. Look here. People Bank of China's announcement about ban crypto got widespread today, but it was actually announced on September 15th. There's new wave of China regulation FUD, and that was on September 12th. So clearly the larger players knew about this at least before September 12th. Could it even have been a precursor for this dump on September 7th? I think so. Of course some people always know about stuff like this before it's announced. Someone needs to write the policy, someone needs to write the press release, there are meetings. You think none of those people will call their uncle in New York? Well. Then it was posted online and got most spread here on September 24th. But now I got suspicious instead because September 24th was the last Friday of the month. And that's when futures close. So there will be a lot of people with a lot to gain by driving prices down that particular day. Was it a coincidence that this news that had been available for 2 weeks already suddenly got posted and spread online exactly on that day? Of course not. So then I got a little bit more positive, because if someone is trying to drive the price down with this kind of media manipulation, it means they will try to take advantage of that somehow, usually by buying and then driving it in the other direction. And please understand that while this China ban will make some traders stop, many will not stop. They will just use a VPN and trade decentralized instead if they can't get an exchange account on Huobi or whatever exchange. This for sure has helped fuel the explosive growth of DYDX, for example. So even though the chart looked garbage here, I started feeling more hopeful. And sure enough, when everyone was sulking and least expecting it, we got this huge spike yesterday, driving the price all the way from 40k all the way back to the 44k neckline today. Wow. But the drama isn't over. This was in China. Now let's spin the globe and go to US. No one has missed that Gary Gensler has tightened his tie, rolled up his sleeves and is in the ring, throwing punches right and left. And the fiscal year of US SEC ends on September 30th. As Jake Chervinsky writes here, this is their last chance to score big wins they can highlight in their budget request to Congress. And September 30th is in 3 days. So if you look back, if I didn't have a process, if I just followed the news or my guts or Twitter sentiment, I would literally have taken the wrong action in every single instance here these past few weeks. That's how skillfully they manipulated everyone. Only because I have a process. My indicator is gold. That means I can't sell everything and go home. That helped me not get shaken out literally at the bottom here at 40k. It also prevented me from panic buying on each of these bullish signs and then immediately sell afterwards when stop losses hit. So I'm happy for that. I'm feeling proud of that a little bit. I'm not here to push anything on you. If you like my process, my indicator, you can get it on ctolarsson.com. If you don't like it, get somebody else's. But have a process, guys. Have a process. Okay, so how do we go from here? Huge risks from China, huge risks from the US, so everyone is against us. Well, not really. Money is unevenly distributed, and what the masses do doesn't really matter. There are key individuals that are still very positive. And there is one region that has really understood how to benefit from this change, and that is Middle East, UAE, Dubai. They're doing everything right. I will save that for a separate video, because that is so important. But the sum of the market situation right now, in one word, is risky. Still, I am long. Personally, I read the market like this. And this affects all coins, by the way. If Bitcoin dumps big here, all coins will follow against the USD. So even if you have 0 BTC, if you have any altcoins, this still applies on the USD chart. We have this head and shoulders pattern here. And if price breaks up above the right shoulder, which is at 48,800, that head and shoulders pattern is invalidated. And an invalidated head and shoulders pattern is a stronger bullish signal than the head and shoulder pattern in itself is a bearish signal. And if that happens, trend will remain up, then I will push in the last of my capital and be 100% exposed on the long side. If instead BTC breaks down and closes below 40k, then support is broken. Then trend will also turn down. Then, as much as I hate it, I will take some big defensive moves there. Right now, we're at an uncertain place in between. I am long here already from support. You know that because I've shared it. If we break down, I hope I can get out with a small loss. You could also play this by simply waiting for the 48,800 break to hopefully happen and then enter there. Either of those strategies would be sound in my opinion. I felt pretty confident with this strategy up until a few days ago. But if you look here, now this 40k level is super obvious. No one can miss it. When I first drew it, it was not quite as obvious that it still applied because it came all the way from over here. But now 40k could be too obvious. If it is, someone might fake it instead, meaning you drive it down below 40k, get everyone out, and then run it back. This is what I mean when I say now is a difficult time. Now is the 5D chess. But I am long here, and I will stick with my strategy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But it works on average, and that means I stick to it. What is easier to say are alts versus BTC. Many alts are still very bullish charts versus BTC. Ethereum to Bitcoin looks very bullish, and so do many others. People buying NFTs for sure helps drive that. ETH BTC on daily candles is in a solid uptrend, bumping up against this resistance area here. Should it break through, there really is go time on this one. Summary, I'm long but scared. Now watch this video for a bigger perspective on Bitcoin, or this one for how to plan for 5 Ethereum price scenarios, or this one if you haven't seen it, and subscribe and like. Thank you, tack. CT Olarsson out.